Summer. Today I'm going to be reading from the book The Other Side of the Story, and we're going to be reading about the Little Mermaid. I put a little clue on Instagram about someone who wants to be where the people are, just like we all do, but right now we can't, so we're reading together online instead. And this story is called, No Kidding, Mermaids Are a Joke. The story of the Little Mermaid, as told by the prince. Are mermaids real? A little while ago, I would have said, no way! Sea creatures with people faces and people arms, but great big fish tails instead of legs? That's nuts. Then I met this girl. My name is Prince Alec. I'd admit I'm sort of a practical joker. If you're looking for someone to put chili powder in the toothpaste or to glue coins to the sidewalk, I'm your guy. But back to the girl. I found her on the shore one morning, just lying there. She was wiggling her toes as if she'd never seen them before. She couldn't talk, but she drew pictures in the sand. They were pretty wild. She drew a mermaid king on a throne. She drew a mean-looking sea witch and a mermaid drinking a potion. And then she drew that same mermaid girl with human legs. I was a little suspicious, and here's why. Not long ago, I had a birthday party on my dad's ship. That night, a terrible storm came up, and the ship broke apart, and everyone else got on a lifeboat, but the wind tossed me into the water, and I had this weird dream that someone carried me through the water, someone with long flowing hair and a tail. Or was it a dream? I woke up the next morning on a distant beach. I didn't know how I'd gotten there. Anyway, I had made the mistake of telling my buddies. Now they've been teasing me ever since. I can't go for a swim without someone tossing a doll in the water. I have to check my oatmeal for fish scales. Did Dave put you up to this? I asked the girl. Or Jimmy? I bet it was Jimmy. She looked confused. Since I didn't know the girl's name, I called her Marlena, after the marlin, which is a big fish. Get it? The problem was, I didn't know if I was dealing with a big fish tail or a big fish tail. I sure liked her, though. Everyone liked Marlena. She was great at charades. She could teach kids to swim and dive in no time. And she blew us all away at the local dance contest. You can look at the pictures. Still, I couldn't shake that feeling that my buddies were playing a trick on me, especially when they said things like, your girlfriend's quite a catch, Alec and Marlena swimming in the sea, Kissing. So I came up with a test. Remember my birthday party when I washed up on that beach? Well, a girl from a nearby school had helped me out. She'd let me use her cell phone to call home. Her name was Kim, so I texted her. I took Kim along to royal events. I drew hearts around her name in the sand. I wrote letters to her on fancy paper and sealed them with a kiss. I sighed a lot and got really good at making goo-goo eyes. I still hung out with Marlena, but I made it clear we were just friends. What a pal, I told her. One day, I made an announcement. Kim and I are getting married. My parents were thrilled. See, honey, my mom said to my dad, I told you he'd grow up sooner or later. This is what I expected to happen. As soon as I was married, my friends and Marlena would admit that the mermaid thing was a joke. Then I would admit that I wasn't really married and the wedding was a fake. We'd all have a good laugh and life would go on as usual. Or it would once my parents got over being mad. This is what actually happened. I got fake married. My friends gave me a nose-shaped pencil sharpener and a case of chattering teeth as wedding gifts. And Marlena disappeared. After the fake wedding dance, for a split second, I thought I saw Marlena's face bobbing in the sea, far away. But when I blinked and looked again, all I saw was a bit of sea foam. So you tell me, are mermaids real? Don't tell anyone I said this, but my hunch is they are. The end. All right, so that was a fun, crazy, twisted story of the Little Mermaid. It's a little bit modern with some texting in there. So now what I would like for you guys to do is to build a boat for Prince Alec. So what you're going to use today is only aluminum foil and some small item that you have a lot of that has a little bit of weight. Something like coins or marbles, or even if you have Legos, you could use those. Build yourself a boat. The only thing you can use for the boat's structure is the aluminum foil. You can't use tape or anything like that. You have to fold it and get crafty with how you create your boat. I'm interested to see how much of the small item that you choose you can fit in your boat while it stays afloat. If you need to float it in your sink or your bathtub, that would be a good place to do it. But it has to stay afloat without taking on water in order for it to count as a boat. Because boats have to float, or else they're just, I don't know, cars. So I hope that you guys can have a really good time with this and that you'll send me some pictures. Yesterday we had some really awesome towers built. Shout out to Jackson and Hampton and Asher who built some really awesome paper towers. Hopefully today I can get even more pictures of some of these aluminum boats. If you find that it's pretty easy to make your boat float, you should challenge yourself to design a second boat that's even bigger, that can hold even more things, and see if you can make it continue to float. All right, guys, have fun, stay home, and stay safe. Bye.